I'm Max Brown. I've been acting now in the profession for about 10 years. Didn't go to drama school, I went straight from college into my first TV show, and I've done a range of kind of TV work and film work. Currently working on The Tudors out here in Ireland. But working on something like The Tudors, which has a big budget as far as TV is concerned, it means that they can take that time and hire, the best of the best. Like Ozzy, that does the lighting on this show, is probably one of the leading DOPs in the world. Like, his lighting is superb on The Tudors, because you walk on set sometimes and it's very dark and you kind of think, oh, it's kind of weird, I don't know whether this will work. And then you see the shots and they're so beautifully lit, it's so atmospheric. And then you watch it even before the grading and it looks amazing. He lights it so perfectly. I've never worked on period before this, which I'd wanted to do working period for years. And I remember my first day on this. I kind of came for costume fittings the week before, and they fit you into a few suits and think, oh, these are great. And then the first day, I think I didn't actually have anything to say, but I just had to walk through the court, and suddenly you feel how enormous this production is, because there'd be like 200 extras in this room, everyone dressed, looking perfect, and you were like, wow, this is a big production here, like the amount of money spent on costumes and everyone looking perfect and of the time. It's funny being an English actor in it, because here it's not the phenomenon it is in America. Like, there's a guy called Alan Van Sprang that's joined it this year, who's a Canadian actor, but he works out of LA a lot. And his agent was selling it to him like it's joining The Sopranos, out there. It's the biggest show. It's like, a huge thing to be a part of. It's got all the drama that, all the kind of ups and downs and the daggers, and it's, a brilliant production. And because it's not, it's got a lot of American actors in it and Irish actors that people haven't heard of in England, it wasn't so kind of like, oh, you're doing The Tudors, wow, like people were, they knew it was a good gig, and I knew it was a good gig, and I was really happy to be doing it, but it wasn't like going, oh God, I'm joining the biggest show in the world here, which the Americans kind of pump it up to be that. So yeah, it was interesting to hear that. And I recently, before we started shooting this, I went to LA for a week of meetings, and just the reception you get from, like, studio heads and the main people that you could be meeting in town, and they're all like, wow, you're in The Tudors, because it's such a big show out there. So hopefully it'll do us all great afterwards.
My name is Henry Cavill. I'm an actor on The Tudors at the moment, and background-wise, my first job was the Count of Monte Cristo, and then, goodness, I'm not going to remember all the jobs I've done. It's only about 12, 13 jobs, I think. Midsummer Murders is one of them. I Capture the Castle, Tristan and Isolde, Stardust. Goodness, what else? A film called Creek with Joel Schumacher. Did a Woody Allen movie. I'm not too sure. It was untitled at the time. I don't know what they're calling it now. And some other BBC things. Oh, Goodbye Mr. Chips, Boxing Day special. Goodness, I can't remember the rest of the stuff, but it'll come to me. Well, I really enjoy working in Ireland, because I've done Monte Cristo here, which is my first job, and so there's always a special place at Ardmore here in my heart. And I did a bit of Tristan and Isolde here, and now 3 years of Tudors. And Tudors is, above and beyond, probably the biggest job, or it's done the most for me to date. And so I've done more work here than I have in England, and so Ireland holds a special place for me. I really do like working here. I'd say probably on Count of Monte Cristo, because it was, again, very period. So yes, but never to the extent. It's always been film, so we're talking about 2.5 hours max of screen time, where this is 10 hours a year, and that there is particular detail. And Joan Bergen is fantastic at doing her job. She's created some quite fantastic costumes. We've got Ozzy Rowie, who does all the lighting. He's our DOP, and again is outstanding. The way he makes us look is quite something else. Got a lot to be thankful for. As far as I'm aware, there's a formula which works into making films. You've got to have a sellability to you. An audience has to want to see you to get into those leading roles, and certainly supporting roles as well. And it's it's been very handy because now that an audience is aware of, at least there's an audience somewhere in America that's aware of who I am, I have more sellability because of the Tudors, and it's done me a lot of favours. You know, phone calls are returned more quickly, and I have the opportunity to be in the audition process for other scripts.